apps. So we'll get started into the presentation right now. So again, welcome everybody, and let me show you. Let's see. There we go. I got my stuff ironed out here. So my name is Miranda Gilbert. I work at a digital marketing agency here in Billings. It is called Girl Geek Communications. It's very easy for me to come up with my name because I am a girl and Star Trek is really cool. And so I just combined the two of those and I came up with my name. I work largely with small businesses, small to medium sized businesses who either are just starting out in their business or they want to increase their online presence. Online presence can mean a variety of things. Mostly, I work with social media, online advertising, and websites. So I do website design. As well. So, anyways, that's what I do for a living. I'm part of this program with Google called, it used to be called Get Your Business Online. So my brain goes to that all the time, but now it's called Grow with Google. And it is an entirely volunteer service. I don't get paid from Google. I'm not an employee or anything like that. What I do is I volunteer for them to be able to do presentations like this. And I've done probably about 40 in-person workshops throughout the course of this volunteer program that I've been a part of. So normally we do in-person workshops, but of course we're not doing things like that right now. So that's okay. We're doing things via webinar, which is great. So so that is a little bit about me. I'm going to move on to other more impressive and interesting things, like the things you came here to talk about. So let's move right along here. Let's see. You already watched that video, and if you didn't catch that video, just let me know, and I'll send you a link to it, and you can watch that cute video about the gals, the folks in Maine with the crab cakes. So they talk about how to use Google My Business. So we're going to talk about Google My Business in 3 sections today. First, we're going to discuss what is a business profile on Google. And I showed you that just a little bit ago, what it actually looks like. Secondly, we're going to actually tour Google My Business and show you all the features that are available for you to connect with local customers and people across Google Search and Maps. Lastly, we're going to walk you through how to claim your listing on Google My Business if you haven't done so already. And we can walk you through how to claim that listing, and also if you're in a really rural area or something like that, we can actually help you get that listing claimed if you're not able to receive a postcard at your physical location or things like that. So we have tools available to help you claim your listing if you're a business that has some hurdles to jump over as far as that kind of stuff. So let's move on. So, all right. So does everybody see here? Just to make sure I got this right, but connect with customers when they search Google. Do you see that screen okay? Yep. Yes. Maybe. I'm going to assume no news is good news. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Taylor. So just want to make sure I didn't lose anybody. So on the right-hand side of the search result page is that example of the business profile that we looked at earlier when everybody was first logging in. This is a local search result. And by creating a business profile, it allows you to edit the information that Google displays so that your business is up to date with hours, with closure, with your phone number. If you have a chain, you can actually update the amount of locations you have. When you were founded, there's a whole host of things that you can do with this listing. Now, creating a business profile will not guarantee that your business will appear in search results because there's a wide variety of things that go into search results, but it can help tremendously, especially when working with local search results. If you have a local brick and mortar building, this is one of the biggest things. So this is an example here of Merce Apothecary. It's an actual business in Chicago. So we're just kind of using that as an example. So appearing on Google Maps is very important to any business. We do know that people visit 1.5 billion destinations every month in relation to their Google searches. And people are searching locally. There are billions of local searches made monthly, and more than 30% of those local searches are from mobile searches that are related to location. So just like when I did a search for you earlier, it was something like hair salon, Billings, Montana. 30% of those on mobile are related to your local location. Excuse me. I always get a frog in my throat when I speak. A long time. Anyways, excuse me. So businesses with storefronts open to customers, and those that meet with customers in local service areas can appear on Google Maps. And what that means is that if you have a business that is strictly online, or well, mostly just strictly online businesses, they are not allowed to have a listing on Google My Business. Now, if you have a business that doesn't have a physical location, such as like if you're a plumber or something and you're working technically out of your home, but you actually go and meet people at their location, you are allowed to have a listing on Google My Business for that. There's just a little bit of a different way to set it up. So we'll walk you through how to do that there. But when somebody does a local search on Google, there are many signals that Google uses to determine which results to show. And those include factors like relevancy, distance, and prominence. Now, relevancy is how well a business profile matches a search. If your profile is detailed and up to date, Google is more likely to show it in relevant searches. Distance is just how it sounds. It's how close is the business to the searcher. In other words, you're on a mobile device and, because of GPS or whatever, they know that you're in downtown Billings, so they're going to show businesses that are closer to downtown Billings. Prominence is gauged about how well known the business is based on information that Google can find all across the internet. So again, it's one of those things with World Wide Web, right? Excuse me, I'm drinking water here. The thing about a web is everything is connected, right? So your listing on Google Maps is connected to your website, connected to social media, all that. So Google use all that information across the internet to verify that the information in your business is correct and up to date, and it uses that as part of the ranking system for how your business shows up in Google My Business on the maps. You can see here that the listing on Google My Maps actually shows up consistently across all devices. So they're on desktop, tablets, and phone. It shows up when you make changes on Google My Business. It shows up consistently across all devices. I got ahead of myself. There's actually a slide that shows that. So when you make a change on Google My Business, such as a change to your hours or your address or a special you may be having, what's kind of nice is you don't have to go and make that change on a bunch of different devices or a bunch of different apps. You can make one single change on the Google My Business platform and it will populate across all platforms. So let's take a look at what Google My Business can do for you. So a Google My Business profile, the top section here is photos and videos from the business. When a shopper discovers your profile, they'll see information about your business such as address, phone, contact information, hours of operation, and more, including photos and videos that either you have published as the business owner or that customers have published on your behalf. They'll also see reviews that allow customers to read what others are saying about your business. They'll also see a description that you can write. You can write up to 750 characters of information describing your business and what makes it unique. So this is a screenshot of the Google My Business dashboard. Now, if you already have a Google My Business account, you can actually get to it by typing in google.com/mybusiness. Then you'll log in, or right here, google.com/business. Either one takes you to the same place. Now some people have trouble with like, oh, how did I forgot my password or something to log back in there. The best thing you can do is follow the instructions for, forgot password or whatever to get back into your account. There's no magic way of finding out what account you set up that Google My Business with. So if you have that trouble when you get to Google My Business, just walk through the steps for that, and they can get you your login information back. But this is the dashboard, and once you get logged into Google My Business, you can see that there are a lot of things you can actually do from there. And we'll go through step by step and show you all the different things that you can do from the dashboard. Now, Google My Business also has a mobile app, and I love the mobile app. You can actually download this for free on the Android or iOS, and you just type in Google My Business in the search, either the Play Store or the Apple Store. And the icon looks like that little blue storefront that you see on your screen. What I love about the app is that when you have the app installed on your phone, if somebody leaves a review about your business, you actually get a notification right away. And as a small business owner, I want to know about reviews right away, because if it's something negative, I want to make sure and address the issue right away. And not leave it out there for several days or something like that. So that's like one of the greatest things I love about the app. But you can also do several other things from the app. We'll talk about that later. But if you haven't done so already, go and grab the app, because it's a really fun tool. All right. So what exactly can you do with Google My Business? Probably one of the most important things that you can do with your Google My Business is update your hours. Might seem silly, right? It's just hours, but 40% of local business searchers are looking for the hours for your business. That is why they are looking you up in the first place. So hours have got to be the most important thing. Anytime you make a change, anytime you have special closures due to holidays, anything like that, you can actually make those changes right in the app or on the desktop version of Google My Business. So if you have funky hours on July 4th or whatever, if you're closed, you can go in and make those changes right in the app. The other thing that you can do is add business photos to your business profile. Now, photos can be added by either yourself as the business owner, or they will be added by people using Google Maps and adding photos of your business on your behalf or whatever. But both those types of photos will show up in your listing, both those by you and ones by customers. So there's a group of people called Google Local Guides, and they're kind of brand ambassadors, so to speak, of getting information out on Google so that people can support small businesses. So you'll see a lot of times people will post pictures of your business and you didn't even know they were there. The other thing that is an option for you is you can add a virtual tour. And this connects you with a site for a Street View Trusted Pro, which is a person who can take a 3D tour of your business and add it to your profile. They can also do 360-degree photos of the interior of your business. If you have a really small business and it's not necessarily a tour, it's just like some pictures, they can do the interior and the exterior of your business. And those are really nice. So people can actually kind of get a really good feel for the atmosphere of your business. And those actually, if you are the type of person to use those virtual reality headsets, you can actually view those photos with virtual reality headsets. So really fun option for you. If you are interested in hiring a Street View trusted photographer, there is a list online of people certified by Google to do that for you. My business is also a Street View trusted photographer. So pricing kind of varies from person to person, but it is a nice feature to have. Now, a common thing that you'll come across is some businesses will claim that you can rank higher by having a 360 photo. That is not necessarily true. So just kind of be aware of that. What you want to do is you want to complete your listing as much as possible. So there's no guarantee that you'll show up higher if you have a 360 photo. It's just a nice feature to have, and it can help complete your listing. So you can also add videos to your profile. This is something up to 30 seconds. This is something that is kind of mind boggling for people like me because I just can't always see a video being posted in less than 30 seconds. But people do it all the time. So you can actually, if you're not really sure what kind of video you should post on your Google My Business, here's some ideas. One is you can show how a product is being made, being packaged, or being shipped. That's a really neat visual tool to just kind of show people what it is that you do. You can give a really short tour of the space. You can highlight an employee. Maybe an employee's having a birthday or an anniversary or something like that. And you can just do a quick highlight, hello, and how are you? Come down and see us. Unboxing videos are really great too. So if you have a new product or merchandise, you can actually do an unboxing video right there on your Google My Business profile. All right. So if your business is verified, and by being verified, we'll walk you through what exactly that means, but in a little bit. But if your business has been verified, in other words, Google knows that you are who you say you are, you can create what's called a short name or a custom name for your business profile. And this makes it easier for people to share your profile without having a big long URL. So whatever your business, whatever your business is, just kind of keep that short as possible, because what it does is it just makes a customized URL, and you just want that to be short. So that is in the info section of your Google My Business dashboard, and you can choose a personalized short URL, and if it is already taken, it will pop up and tell you that it's already taken. So once your business is verified, you are able to have the option to both read and respond to reviews that are published on Google. One of the things that people most often ask me is they get really worried about negative reviews. And the first thing that people say to me is, how can I remove them? Now, here's the thing. Google will not review or remove a review unless it violates a content policy. Now, their content policy is really strict. It only violates a content policy if it is really bad. So we're talking like swearing, racism, things that might be a former employee who is, trying to badmouth you or something like that. It has to be really, really bad. It can't be just like a disagreement that somebody thought your business was bad and didn't like the service or the food or whatever, and maybe even they're lying, but that technically does not violate the content policy. So change your mindset. Instead of asking, how can I have this removed? What you want to do is respond. Now, responses to a negative comment can be pretty tricky, but there is some advice. You might want to explain a company policy to someone. Keep your answers short and sweet, especially if they're negative. We all know in business that there are just some customers you are just not going to make happy. That's just life. Now, you can also respond to happy customers, and please do so. That's a really good idea. You can just simply thank customers for their positive feedback. Thank them for taking the time to leave a review. That's all that really needs to go. The shorter and sweeter, the better, really. So, timeliness and professionalism is important when responding to customer feedback, and they can positively influence potential new customers. So. All right. So, how do you get more reviews on Google? Well, one of the ways that you can get more reviews is by sharing the short link URL that you created with your name And the address for that is g.page slash your short name that you had just created and slash review. Now you can share this on social media. You can share this in email form. You can even add it to the footer of your email address if you'd like, that says, leave us a review on Google, and you can get more reviews. And what this does is it actually leads people directly to where they can leave a review for you. So I think that's really important, that people have a direct way to be able to leave you a review. So that is how you can get more reviews on Google. Another really useful feature about Google My Business is that the posts feature, it allows merchants to post live updates directly on their business profile. Now, this is a little bit like Facebook, but the biggest difference is that people can't respond back. There's no commenting or anything like that. So it's kind of a one-way communication. So you can actually create a post that's as simple as Happy 4th of July. You can create a post that is a special that only people on your Google My Business listing will get. You can create links to coupon codes and all kinds of good stuff on there. You can even create links to events if you're having either a live event or an online event like the one we're doing right now. So this is actually a lot like Facebook or Instagram or whatever, where you can post an update. Now, this is not in my presentation officially, but there is a post feature regarding COVID-19. And when you go into the post section on Google My Business, there will be a button that says COVID-19 update. And if you have a message you need to relay to your customers regarding COVID-19, whether you're closed, whether you're open, whether you're taking certain safety precautions, if you're a restaurant, there's a whole slew of things. Are you open for takeout but not dine in, whatever. This is really important right now. So if you have an update about your business related to COVID situation, you can go in there. I would encourage you to do it as soon as you possibly can and say what it is that your business is doing differently so that people are aware of what they can expect. If they need to call you, email you, the best way to reach you. So here are samples of the posts that I had just mentioned, and the COVID-19 one is not up there, but it is one of the options. So you'll see a button for a COVID-19 post. So here you can showcase what's new. You can showcase a product or an offer or an event, and then you can also schedule. You can also create that button that you'll see on the bottom there. Some of them will say buy, some will say learn more, sign up, whatever. You can customize that URL to take people to your website or to your online store, or if you're doing like a webinar where they can register for the webinar and stuff like that. So you can customize that button to take people wherever they need to go. Okay. Another new feature with Google My Business is the book an appointment feature. And this is particularly useful for salons, yoga classes, massage. There's a variety of things. And what they do is they actually connect to third-party applications that can do online booking. So maybe you're a restaurant and you use OpenTable for online booking. This section will connect to OpenTable so that you can take bookings directly from the Google My Business listing, and it will connect with that software. So I won't spend a lot of time on that. I don't know if anybody's got that, but that is a really nice feature if that works for you. So there is a new feature called the follow feature. And the follow feature can be seen when a customer finds your business profile on Google Maps and they choose to follow your business to stay updated and to see offers and new photos when they are added. So once somebody clicks to follow your business, they'll see updates in a section called the For You tab in Maps. So the benefit of this feature is that it offers an additional channel for business owners to reach customers. You can also do a welcome offer, which will pop up when somebody chooses to follow you. and they'll get like a special offer if they choose to follow you on Google Search and Maps. So that's kind of a fun way of reaching people there too. Messaging is super fun in Google My Business. I have found in my experience that this is really helpful for the tourist industry, um, and those who work with an age group under 35, because people don't call, especially people under 35. They don't actually pick up the phone and call a business. They want to like text them or message them or send a message on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, or tweet at them or whatever. They're not going to actually use their phone to make a phone call. So this is just like kind of a neat feature. So you can set up messaging in the Google My Business app, and it's on the left-hand side on your desktop app, and it will say messages, and it'll just walk you through setting up how to receive SMS messages on your phone from customers that reach out to you via the Google My Business app. Now, you don't have to worry about your clients or your customers getting your cell phone number if you use this feature. It actually all goes through the Google My Business app, so you can send them messages like SMS messages, text messages, through Google My Business, and they're not actually going to get your cell phone number. So if that's kind of a privacy issue, don't worry. That is not an issue with this. So a really nice feature. Now, you can also create a free website using Google My Business. It's a very basic website, but if you're just getting started out for small business, this is a really perfect way just to get some information out there. And it's very simple. It's free, and all of the information that you put on here is generated from your Google My Business account, so you don't have to do any information twice. So all you have to do is on the left-hand side of your screen in Google My Business, you click Website, and there will be about 3 steps that you walk through to set up a website using Google My Business. At one point, it will pop up and ask you if you'd like to buy a URL. In other words, you want yourbusinessname.com. Otherwise, if you don't buy a URL and you just use the free one, the URL will be something like mybakery.business.site. So it won't be like a .com or something like that. So you can purchase a URL from Google URLs, and it'll walk you through how to do that. They're very inexpensive. I believe they're $12 a year. So very inexpensive. So I would encourage you to do that if you're thinking about doing that. If you already have a domain name that you bought through another website like GoDaddy or something like that, you can use that domain name on this free website. So it takes a little bit more setting up, but you can do that in this way. So, all right. So one thing about using Google My Business and utilizing all these tools is that it can be a lot to be able to handle yourself. So you can add managers to help you. And on the left-hand side of the desktop screen, you can click Users and then press the plus icon. And then you can add the email address of the person you'd like to help you manage your Google My Business account. Then you select their role. Now, there are 4 different types of access levels. The primary owner is you, unless you transfer ownership to someone else. Co-owners and managers, they can do everything that owners can except delete the profile or transfer ownership. So be really careful who you allow to have to be owners and managers. They can pretty much do everything. Site managers have a little bit more limited access to the business profile. In some cases, they can respond to reviews, but they can't necessarily change hours or things like that. So when in doubt, I generally have people start out as a manager. So yeah, let's go on to the next screen here. All right, so this is how you can see what insights your business has. So this actually is a reporting tool for you to use. I find it best to use this on the mobile app. For some reason, it just looks great on the mobile app. So what you can see here with the mobile app is how searchers find you, whether they're looking at your listing on Google Search or Google Maps. You can see if customers find you directly. In other words, they've typed in the name of your business directly, and then they see the results. Or discovery means that they search for some sort of product or category or service related to your business, and then your profile appeared, and then they clicked on it. So that's the difference between direct and discovery. So search queries is only on the mobile app, but search queries will show you what people have looked up in order to get to your business. And this is helpful because maybe you're getting the wrong people coming to your business, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Like, did I pick a wrong category or something? So if people are, typing in, I don't know, a hair salon or something, and you are a Tractor Supply company, you might want to figure out what it is that's going on. It can kind of help you figure out that something's wrong. So that is definitely something you'd want to look into. So there's a section on here called Customer Actions, and that section will show you what searchers did once they found your profile. It could be that they called you, they messaged you, they requested directions to your location, or they visited your website. So there's also a way to track phone calls, and this will show you trends. So it'll show you how many times people actually called your business from the Google My Business profile, and you can kind of see what days of the week and the times of the day that people are calling your business from here. So that can be a really useful tool for some people. So I'm going to walk you through how to actually create a business profile on Google My Business now. Before I get started on that, does anybody have any questions? All right, I don't see anyone typing, so I'm going to move on. Very good. Thank you, Taylor. So business profiles on Google My Business, as I mentioned before, they can only be created for businesses that either have a physical location that customers can visit, or that you travel to visit customers where they are, such as being a plumber or electrician or something like that. The general rule with this is that businesses must make in-person contact with customers during stated hours. Now, there are some really weird exceptions. I'm not going to go through that because I don't think any of you actually qualify for that. So let's see. Oh, the other thing too, and this is just, it made me think of it because it was just 4th of July. If you have a temporary business in a temporary location, such as a fireworks stand, that does not qualify for a listing on Google My Business. If you put one on there, chances are it will be removed. The only type of seasonal businesses that are allowed are those who display permanent signage year-round. So, for example, it might be an ice skating rink that's only open during winter months, but there's signage out there year-round that's where the location is. Pop-up things like food trucks that may be on a certain location during summer only, but during winter, they're not there. They don't qualify for a listing. So there's kind of a whole slew of things. So if you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to ask when this is all done. So as I mentioned before, we start by going to google.com/business. If you already have an account, you can click sign in. If you're new to Google My Business, you want to click the button that says Manage Now. Now, before you use any of Google's products, you need to set up a free Google account. And you can use either an email address at Gmail for this, or you can use an account that you use for work, such as your name at yourbusiness.com. So you can use Gmail or your own personal email account or professional email account. So once you get to this page here, you start by typing the name of your business and a drop down list may appear. If you see a list of businesses, scan the results and see if yours appears. If it does, then click on it and it skips you ahead one step. Um, if you don't see your business pop up, you will have the option to click add and then you can click next. The next step will ask you to confirm that the name of your business is spelled correctly. And then you'll be asked to choose a main business category. Now, for most people, this is pretty simple, but for others, it's kind of silly and complicated. So don't worry if you can't find the perfect category. Just choose something close at this point. Later on, you can actually add more categories to your business, so that you can hopefully show up better. But if you're not sure, just get something as close as possible. Myself, as a digital marketing agency, there is no category that fits me perfectly. So I think on mine it just says marketing agency or something like that. So it's not, you don't always find the perfect one. Um, so and the other thing too I like to note here is if you are if your business category is something something like, let's say you're an attorney, but you're specialized in family law. Um, there are categories for family law and there are categories for attorney. Choose the one that's most specific for the main category because you're going to get better search results. Because if you're a family law attorney, you really don't want to be getting phone calls for patent law or whatever. So choose the one that's the most specific if there's several listed that fit you. At this point, you'll be asked whether to choose if the business has a physical location that customers visit. If you don't have a physical location and you're considered what they call a service area business, which means that you still see customers face to face, but you meet them at the customer's location. And that gives you the ability to hide your address on Google My Business. So, if you're a plumber and you work out of your home and you just don't want that physical location showing up, you would click no on this section. But if you have a brick and mortar location where customers can visit, you'll want to click yes. If you checked yes, you will be asked to enter the complete and official address for the business. Do not include things like cross streets or near landmarks. You can add suite numbers and office numbers, but click on the section that says add line and add that information to the next line, the suite number, the office number. Post office boxes are not considered accurate physical locations and they are not allowed. This includes mailboxes at locations such as a mailbox store, like that has a physical location, but you're actually just, like at a mailboxes, et cetera, or something. So those don't qualify. If you click no in this section, you'll be asked to enter the areas that you serve. So you'll enter cities or postal codes or neighborhoods and districts that you serve in this section if you were a service area location. So here, as you see, there's a sample of that. So next, you'll be prompted to enter the phone number or the website URL for your business, or both. Providing this information will help customers get in touch and learn more about your business. So this is a really important step. To add the website address of an existing business, simply uncheck the box next to create a free website based on your information. Once you check this box, you'll be asked to enter your current website address. So if you already have a website that's built, you just enter that information here. So, Dara, if you have more than one physical location, do you have to create the business? So my question, Dara, to you is, do each one of your physical locations have customers that go to them? Yes. So yes, you will actually create 2 separate listings for each of those locations. So if you have a business on the west end of Billings and you have the exact same business with the exact same name in the Heights, you will actually have two separate businesses. Hopefully, they have separate addresses, obviously, and separate phone numbers, but they can still have the same name. So you'll actually have two separate business listings for that location. Does that make sense? So Dara, if the one gets mail at a post office box, I can actually help you with that, and I can actually help you get that information verified um, right after we're done here. So I just fill out a special form and I get that done here. It's really common in rural areas in Montana where, like where I grew up in Fairview, we couldn't get mail at our physical location, just post office. So I totally get that. So yes, I can help you with that. So let's let's click through here. Um, so this is the final screen that you get to before there's actual verification. So you just need to confirm some of the details that you provided. And then when you're ready, you can click finish. This next section is to verify your business. And you can do that in a variety of ways. And for some reason, it depends on how you're doing this, but in some cases, you'll actually have an option for them to do a phone call verification, or a text message verification. If you see that, great, that's wonderful. Not all businesses see that, and I have not been able to figure out 100% why some businesses see that and some don't. Um, but if you are able to receive a postcard by mail, that's usually the best option for you. So you can proceed with the steps here to get a postcard in the mail, and it really does only take about 5 days, and very easy to set up after that. And Dara, of course, we have that one special location with yours, and we can take care of that. So. So right here, once you fill out that information, it'll say a postcard's on the way. Once you get the postcard, there will be a link right on the postcard that you type in, and there'll be a 5 or 6 digit verification code right on the postcard. You'll log in and you'll put that code in, and poof, you'll be verified, and life is good. So, let's see. So we'll just go over the steps that the next steps you should take after viewing this presentation. So obviously, you'll want to create or claim your free local business listing on Google My Business. Um, Update that information with the correct information for customers. Download the Google My Business app on your phone. I love the app; it's so much fun. And then walk through all the new features that they have on Google My Business, because there have been tons of features added over the last year, about answering reviews, adding photos, the COVID. There's a whole slew of things regarding the COVID information that you can update. So go and explore that, and you'll just love it. So that is the same slide as before. So, if you guys are interested in learning more about things that Google can offer for your small business, um, I have 8 more seminars coming up just like this summer. If you go to my website, girlgeekllc.com, and click on events, you'll see a whole list throughout July and August that we have regarding everything from YouTube to analytics and online marketing. There's kind of a whole host of them. The other app that's really fun, and one of my favorite apps, is called Primer. And you can go to Google Play or the Apple App Store and just type in Primer, and it's green, and it's got like a green flag that looks like a P on it. These are lessons regarding small business, online stuff for small business. They are designed to take place in less than 5 minutes, 5 minutes or less. So you're sitting in the doctor's office, you're waiting, and you can just go and click through and like go through some really cool mini courses. So I just love this. It's a really good tool. So it's free. You can just go to type in Primer, and it's like a green flag is the icon. So you can also go to g.co/skillshop, and you can learn more about in-depth information about the Google Ads, some of the Google marketing platforms, analytics, YouTube, and Google Ad Manager. So there's everything from beginner to intermediate and advanced users. There's no charge for this training. So it's a great e-learning course. So you can also, if you have a online store, you can go to store.google.com, or excuse me, g.co/grow-my-store, and you can get tips about how to grow your online store. So very cool. So let's see here. Quick Help is a YouTube channel, and it's g.co/grow/quick help, and you can these are like 30-second little videos. They're so great, and they can just kind of show you how to create a YouTube channel, how to do your business listing, how to set up a Google Meet conference, all these cool things. So very cool. And if you are interested in joining the Grow with Google program, like I did, they actually have this program available for a variety of people. If you work with small businesses, you can help other small businesses with seminars like the one that I'm doing. They also have tools for teachers. They have tools for developers, so you can learn some coding skills. They also have tools for job seekers, so they can help people with their resumes and their certifications, kind of a wide variety of things. So thank you guys for attending today. And does anyone have any final questions before we go? I did record the session, so I can send that out to you, and I'll have it available on my website as well. So if you have questions, there's that as well. Thank you, Taylor. Great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And Dara, let's connect. I'm going to type my email address in. And just send me an email address with the information that you need for I'll stop sharing my screen there. Okay. Just send me an email address with the business name that you have that needs verification. I also need the email address that you have for the account. So if it's a Gmail address or your business address, whatever it is, I just need to know the name of the business that you need verified, as well as the address, physical address, and the email account that's used on the listing. So I need those three things. I can fill out a quick form, and usually within about 5 days, your listing is verified. So send that over to my email address there, and we'll be all set. So anybody, any other questions before we go? Perfect. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I've got 8 other workshops, one each week through August, on various topics. This is kind of an introductory course here that we talk about. But like I said, we've got information about YouTube, we got information about Google Analytics, Google AdWords, and a variety of other things. So check that out and join us for one of our next sessions. So thank you guys so much, and have a good rest of the day.